Why the fuck did the Toronto Maple Leafs scouting and people who look at the future, and I agree implicitly with what you've said all along, and Phil Esposito, that the fundamental foundation of a team is the goaltending. Why would the Toronto Maple Leafs let a prospect, because at that point he was a prospect, right? Why would they get rid of him?
Because they thought Andrew Raycroft was better. And Andrew Raycroft was not better. And so whoever made that decision, and that was John Ferguson at the time.
Horrible decision.
John Ferguson has been without work since.
I rest my case. You got to be out of your fucking mind. It was like trading Gary Lehman straight up for Kordic.
Yeah, that was Gord Stellick.
Yeah, so wouldn't that be the same type of analogy?
Yeah, but it was a goalie who had the potential. He was a #1 draft pick. He had the potential to be a pretty good goalie in Tuukka Rask, and he turned out that way. He's a legitimate first-round pick who's a superb goaltender, making $7 million on an annual basis.
Listen, Tuukka Rask, when he was in the minors, was unbelievable in Toronto, in the Toronto organization, right? Didn't anybody say, I think we're making a mistake here? I think we're giving away the farm?
Frank, I don't know. I think this was back in the day.
Yeah, but I'm asking you because you know everything. I'm just hypothesizing. You weren't there. I'm just telling you. Did somebody not, don't you think somebody must have said to Mr. Ferguson, are you out of your fucking mind?
Yeah. Well, they would have, I'm sure.
You're trading the cow for the beans?
North America when they traded him.
Well, I thought my understanding of the situation was Rask never played with Toronto.
Why? Because of his goalie coach, Kelly was...
No, he was too young, Frank.
But wasn't his goalie coach Francis Kelly...
No.
Which you're not a big fan of, Billy?
He didn't get his... Francois didn't get his teeth into him.
No, he didn't? He didn't fuck him up?
So that's why he's so good.
Yeah. That's what I was going for.
They had decided Justin Pogge was going to be their goaltending future coming off of that gold medal win at the 2006 World Juniors. But everyone forgets that was a team that was stacked with Crosby and Taves, and I believe Brad Marchand and Milan Lucic were also on that team. So, yes, he had a gold medal at the World Juniors, but Tuukka Rask single-handedly carried Team Finland to a bronze medal in that tournament.
I think he's a magnificent goalie. I think he reminds me a little bit of Dominic Hasek, not because of the way he plays, his intensity. Hasek was the most unorthodox goalie I've ever seen play. And if you watch him in some of his highlight reels, when he's down and out with, going all over the place, his head is like a fucking turtle. His head is on the puck all the time. And Tuukka Rask is the same thing. If you take a look at this guy, his level of concentration on that little puck is unbelievable. And he's not a big, to cover 24 square feet, he's not a big goalie. He's not a giant goalie. And some people have said in the media that his biggest nemesis was his temper, that Tuukka Rask has a bit of a temper. And the reason he got ousted when the Boston Bruins won the Stanley Cup, and Timmy Thomas went to the final, the goal line for the team, was because Tuukka Rask, gets pissed off. One of his defensemen screens him, or they make a mistake. And if you're a real team player, and Mr. Tuukka Rask, I'm not criticizing you because I'm the worst fucking goalie in the world for that shit. I'm a goalie with Tourette syndrome. If I can kill one of my defensemen and have a good lawyer on the ice, I would. So I'm on your side on that. But was not Tuukka Rask's biggest nemesis his temper?
Well, he was too young to have a temper. I mean,
he's got a temper. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. It's 15 or 14. The guy's got a temper. Pardon me?
They all grow up.
So you think he grew out of his temper, or he calmed down and learned to control his emotions, Billy?
Yeah, I think so. And being with Tim Thomas didn't hurt him any.
Yeah, Timmy was a good goalie.
But the kind of guy that I don't know how well they got along. Tuukka Rask always thought he had the potential to be #1, but he didn't fight with Thomas over it. Thomas took the job, and away he went.
And they won a Stanley Cup.
Sure they did, and that's the ultimate measure.
Against the Vancouver Canucks.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been nice though if Vancouver would have won the Cup. That way there wouldn't have been any fires. Anyways, I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that. You see, that's the guy. Who was breaking the stick there? Was that Tuukka Rask? Yeah, I rest my case. I'm not, I don't talk on the lower part of my abdomen. Like, look at, he's still freaking out. He just almost killed a fucking fan throwing his stick, right? He had a bad temper, and that's what I heard. And
you've got footage of a bad temper. I don't know how bad the temper was.
Well, fuck, he just went nuts. He fucking disintegrated a stick, and then when he was in the dugout or going back to the dressing room, he was beating the shit out of the wall. Right now he's beating the shit out of the net, and Greenpeace is coming, and now he just beat the shit out of the glass. He knocked himself out. He's making a spectacle of himself. Did I say skeptical? Because I need some glasses, so I'm going to Hakeem because they got a 2-for-1 fucking.
Skeptical about being a spectacle.
That's what I meant.